maybe that's where that phrase came from. Mind your business. My business is to be healthier, happier, more productive. And if it's not pertaining to that, and it's just something that is honestly probably mostly like a distraction. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryder, and today I'm back with another video as it pertains to self-improvement. As always, I come to you not as someone claiming to be an expert, but as someone who has experienced like drastic transformation by doing the following. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So I wanted to talk about things that you can actually do right now to change your behaviors, to change your outcomes, to change your perspective, to grow, to be better, like right away. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is music. I'm not here to like tell you what to listen to, tell you that I don't listen to R&B, a little bit of hip hop, rap, country, like all the things, classical music, whatever that like is hitting my spirit or my vibe at that time, I will definitely listen to it. What I will say though is, since I've started this journey of growth, transformation, healing, and just having a healthier, peaceful mindset, I've definitely become aware of the lyrics that are in the songs that I'm listening to. So when I say that, change your music. If you're listening to something that is promoting violence, that is promoting hate, that is promoting animosity, and I'm not here to shame anybody, because there are times to where for some reason that just like soothes your soul or whatever, but don't make it a habit. Don't let that be your go-to every day you get in your car, every day you turn on your phone. That's the kind of messages that you're letting drop into your spirit, because I firmly believe, and that was literally one of the first things that I did, was switched my radio station to healthier music. Now I'm a Christian, and so that meant I started listening more to Christian music. And I know initially if you are very worldly, and I'm not claiming to not be worldly at all, but what I'm trying to say by that is, if you are very like, if that's like polar opposites to like what your life is today, and you think of religion, Christianity, whatever you call, identify with, as like, I'm not there yet, then that's not gonna sound attractive at all. But what I'm telling you is, when I began to change my music, it wasn't because I became like holier than thou and judgmental and like doing every single thing, not to say you shouldn't, but I'm saying that's not what I was doing. I just changed my music to have healthier music like in my spirit, because those lyrics, those words are not as offensive. They're not full of animosity. They're giving me more perspective. They're helping change my outlook. So when I say change your music, like just listen to it. Think about the next song that you listen to, whether it be a heartbreak song, whether it be a revenge song, whether it be a I'm on top song. If it's got some like animosity in there in any kind of way, something that's promoting some jealousy or envy or hate or whatever the case may be, those lyrics are dropping into your spirit. And like I say, I'm not here to say that I am holier than thou and that I don't listen to relevant and like popular music. What I am saying is, I do not listen to that on a daily basis. It is not something that is in my spirit, feeding my thoughts, feeding my behaviors on a daily basis. So that's just something that I would definitely suggest and recommend, is to pay attention to what you're listening to. That could be music or media, movies. And so another thing I'll say is gossip. I haven't ever really been a fan of gossip. And not just, we all do it. I think in some form or fashion, we all are gossiping about something or somebody, whether it be you're gossiping about the news, you're gossiping about somebody that you know, family that you work with, passing some kind of judgment, sharing something that you've heard. I think like there is no person that has not, like been a part of any kind of gossip. So I'm not here to shame in that way either. I'm just saying, if you are like heavy in gossip, like every conversation you have is about somebody, what they're doing, what you think they should be doing, I'm not coming here to like shame you for that, because I think, like I just said, everyone partakes in it. What I am saying is, one of the things that I did to help change my perspective and to help make me more productive and healthier and happier was to limit and avoid gossip. Now, whether that be gossip I observed in certain movies, like what's the narrative? What's the gist of the movie that you're watching, right? If it's not upbeat, uplifting, positive vibes only, then chances are it's got some gossip in there. Not to say that I don't watch popular movies or whatnot. I'm just saying it's not a part of my everyday routine, dropping that into my spirit. The other thing that I will say is how I hold myself accountable for that is, honey, not to say I don't care what anybody else is doing, but if I'm focused on growing, becoming healthier, happier, more pleasant, more productive, I cannot worry, nor should I ever be judging or in someone else's business, okay? And I have to check myself on that sometimes because, like I said, I think gossip is just a part of our culture. It's a part of our life. Like I said, if you watch the news, not to say that's a form of gossip because it's information, but it's sharing like opinions. If you look at a magazine, if you listen to whatever, there's always a narrative in there that's, whether it's intentional or not, judging, give an opinion on something. What I will say is when I start to become really clear on what it was that I wanted and who it was that I wanted to be, I realized I could not afford to put any of my energy into what someone else is doing, how they're doing it, and why they're doing it. Not to say like you're not paying attention to like harmful things, and I'm not talking about things like that. I'm just saying as it pertains to your day-to-day life, you know, like not to say like mind your business, but you know, maybe that's where that phrase came from, mind your business. My business is to be healthier, happier, more productive. And if it's not pertaining to that, and it's just something that is honestly probably mostly like a distraction, then I try to avoid, limit. And if I do, because I am human and because I, you know, am surrounded by a culture and it's just maybe even human nature, if I am doing that, I catch myself and remind myself, does this align with where you're trying to go, with the things you're trying to do, with the person you're trying to be, with the mindset and all that? Does it align? And if not, then I have to get that. It can't take up space in my mind. And another thing I will say is when it comes to changing, like things that you can do that will instantly and like right away help you to get into gear of being more positive, being more productive, being healthier, more peaceful, is we all have negative thoughts. You know, there's like good and evil, yin and yang, all these things. I think it's human nature, maybe even animal nature, I don't know. But we all, I feel like, have negative thoughts and we have positive thoughts. So what I'll say is not all the time can you stop yourself from every single thing, but there are definitely times when you think about something before you do it. Whether if it's as simple as eating a donut, like if you're like, ooh, that donut looks so good, like I really want to eat that, and you like go to pick it up and something tells you like, I don't even need to eat this, I just had a cookie last night, or I just had, you know, I don't know, something else. In that moment when your brain has just told you to put it down because for whatever reason it doesn't seem to benefit you and where you're trying to go, that split second, pay attention to those split seconds. The more of those you can redivert or redirect and listen to yourself and make the best decision you can out of that situation, the better chances you have at being healthier, more positive, and it gives yourself like almost like if you were thinking about like a football team or something like that. The more wins you have gives you more not energy, but I can't even think of the word. Like you build up confidence in yourself, and you build up more of like I'm losing the word that I'm trying to say, but the more times that you defeat yourself, don't give in, the more like easier it is for you to continue in like making the best decisions. So the more times you say, I don't need that donut, looks good, ooh, let me grab it, something tells you not to eat it because you're trying to lose weight or because you trying to watch your blood sugar or whatever the case is, the more times you say no to that, even in smallest things, it gives your mental space, your psyche, your soul, like your spirit, more power over the negative things. And I will say that being aware of negative behaviors that you know you don't want to continue doing or continue to be a part of, the more you are aware of those and the more you take an actual stand to stop those when they come up, because they will come up. They come up to every single person. The more chances you have at being healthier, happier, more peaceful, more productive. And so those are just some of the things, kind of to recap. So changing your music, like changing what you're listening to, your movies and things like that. And like I say, I'm not here to tell you not to like watch anything and to just only watch X, Y, and Z. I'm not, that's not what I'm here to tell you to do. Only God can judge, okay? But what I am saying is be mindful to the things you're taking into your mental space on a daily basis. It don't have to be just Christian music. It can be all sorts of music. Just make sure that the message, what is the message? Because those messages, the things that you hear, the actions that are being played out in the song that you heard, in the movie that you watched, becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of how you respond to conflict. It becomes a part of how you perceive situations. So I think that's very powerful, like so powerful. And if you want to be better, healthier, better relationships, more productive, more understanding, and more empathetic, I think you have to pay attention to what is it that you're feeding your brain, just the way you feed your body. The next thing that I was going into was like gossip. Not that gossip, like I discussed, is necessarily like talking bad about somebody. And if you're doing that, then I think, you may have enough and if you're clicking on videos and subscribing to healthy information, you're aware that maybe you should change that about your behavior, like I have as well. But gossip can come in so many different forms: movies, media, things like that. So again, this is not about judgment. It's all about what is going to help you reach the place that you are trying to go, to reach that healthier, happier, peaceful, better perspective, more productive person that you want to become. And so if it does not align with that, then you have to take a look at it and change that. The last thing that I talked about is negative thoughts. We all have them. No shame, no shade at all. Whenever you do recognize them, not that you'll I don't know how many thoughts we have a day. I think I read somewhere it was like 60 to 70,000 thoughts that pass through your mind and through your subconscious. So the ones that come to your head that you realize your inner voice told you, if you override that, then that's sending a message to yourself. That's sending a message to your self-confidence, your self-worth, and where you are along your continuum of improvement and growth. So I hope those things are practical and that they make sense. And I will say, another thing I will say, I always say, give yourself grace, space, love. You're already on the path to growth, path to improvement, path to a healthier, happier life. Give yourself space and grace. Always give yourself time. It takes time to do anything. Don't give yourself an excuse, but understand you're trying. You take that one step forward, and sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, 2 steps back, 1 step back some days, and then some days 10 steps back. Don't give up. Just maybe feel that moment so you can understand what it feels like to take 10 steps back. Feel it. Okay, feel the emotions, and then dust yourself off and say, you know what? I'm a human. I'm having a human experience. This is where I'm trying to go. Let's go. Let's get up and let's get back into it. And I know I mentioned 3 things in this video, but I would also say take everything one thing at a time, one step at a time. So if you're going to change your music, then change your music. If you're going to change your movie and media, if you're going to change negative thoughts and gossip, just change it as you feel you have kind of become more disciplined in one area. Don't overwhelm yourself, because sometimes even when I do too many things at once, it's like spinning too many plates, 20 plates at one time. You got all those plates spinning. As soon as one drops, okay, you're trying to catch it. 2 drop, you're trying to catch it. When 5 of them start to go where you're dropping them, sometimes you can hit a wall and feel like, oh my God, and give up. So that's why I'll say spin your 1 plate at a time. You got that 1 plate going. You understand how to keep that 1 plate going. It's spinning by itself now because you've got it on this rotation. Then add your 2nd plate. Okay. I know I'm doing a lot of hand gestures, and I'm a visual person, but my goal is to help you and to help myself in sharing, helping myself share, and then helping you. I hope then we can all be healthier and happier. So anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you got any value from today's video, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a blessed day and blessings, many blessings on your journey. Y'all have a great one. Bye.